Hey, fellow babies, and welcome to the show that promises no facts will be abused in any way because we don't have any to give. It's the 42 Show.
Wait a minute. That's not what you said you were going to start the show off with.
No, I just switched.
He says to me, "Did I get away with that?" I said, "Yeah." Anyway, in a rectum full of eels of news tonight, we have bloody burgers, we have stop oil being stopped, a bit of catnapping, and lots and lots and lots of news about Mr. Donald Trump. And so Dick's going to hit us off with some news from the side of American politics. Hurrah!
Yeah, I mean, this girl here, you know her, Nancy Pelosi, former House Speaker, first woman to sit as Speaker of the House in the United States as well, was warned by doctors and mental health professionals about Donald Trump's mental health in 2019, according to her upcoming book. Now, the book isn't released yet, but a couple of people have gotten advanced copies, and this is where this information's coming from. The book is called The Art of Power, My Story as America's First Woman Speaker of the House, and it's coming out in a week. She recounted that she was told by several doctors and other mental health professionals at a memorial service for a different psychiatrist, somebody that was in the ranks up there. They told her that they were deeply concerned and there was something seriously wrong with Trump and that his mental and psychological health was in decline. Pelosi, Pelosi writes, "I'm not a doctor, but I did find his behaviors difficult to understand," right? So she continues, "Before the Capitol riot of January 6, 2021, I knew Donald Trump's mental imbalance. I had seen it up close. His denial and then delays when the COVID pandemic struck. His penchant for repeatedly stomping out of meetings. His foul mouth, pounding on tables and temper tantrums. His disrespect for our nation's patriots and his total separation from reality and actual events. His repeated ridiculous insistence that he was the greatest of all time." Pelosi goes on to describe how Trump's staff members, such as Mark Meadows, Trump's final chief of staff, because he went through a few, allowed Trump to listen in surreptitiously on private meetings with congressional leaders, causing Pelosi to herself to ban cell phones in their entirety from her meeting rooms on Capitol Hill. She also, man, this is like unbelievable. She also wrote about Trump calling her on the phone, sometimes like really late at night, including one call where Trump told her that missile strike he had just ordered against Syria were his predecessor Barack Obama's fault. And Pelosi just said, "It's midnight. I think you need to go to sleep."
Permanently.
Yeah, and Pelosi's marks, these are going back to 2019, right? They're showing that Trump's ongoing cognitive decline isn't something new, and in fact is noticed by him those around him years ago. In recent months, he's confused members of Congress, fumbled during speeches, gone on incomprehensible rants, and made enough gaffles for critics to make brutal supercuts and memes out of him. Pelosi's new revelations show just how much his mental state may have put the country in danger when he was president and should serve as a major warning to those who wish him in office.
I know it's been so funny that like experts have been saying that from like years back. Experts are saying it now, and lots and lots of people are saying it too. And it just seems to just go missing to a lot of people who don't care. He was dumb enough to be in the live action Little Rascals movie from the 90s. I rest my case. Thank God I didn't work on that one.
Yeah. I do have a little second one here about Kamala Harris, just to wrap this up. So
get on with it.
Yeah, her campaign came out, and in July they raised not one, not two, but $310 million. And it's a huge illustration of what's going on in the presidential race now. The polls are transforming. She's got a bit of a lead in some areas and whatnot. She outdid his fundraising, and her total in cash on hand right now is like 50 million more than his, because they have to report this stuff, right? The momentum seems to be transforming into a cultural wave we haven't seen since Barack Obama. And man, that was a real big one. Now, I remember so many people were into Obama's Yes, We Can. That really, well, you know, it worked out well for him. But I like the numbers because it shows that the whole neck and neck. Maybe Biden was a little behind. And then, the shooting thing gave Trump a little push, right? Well, I think all that's erased and we're back onto a good track now, at least as I see it, because, a vote for Kamala Harris is a vote for Ukraine. Don't forget that.
Oh, let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from one nut job onto a bunch of other nut jobs, because a notorious Stop Oil activist is finally in prison after being arrested for a protest at Heathrow Airport while awaiting sentencing for throwing soup over a painting. Phoebe Plummer, 22, was sent to His Majesty's prison now, Bronzefield, a woman's prison near Ashford, Surrey. Oh shit, that's near me. She has been arrested. She has been arrested on Tuesday on suspicion of criminal damage after spraying paint on departure boards at Heathrow, along with the fellow activist Jane Tues, 58. Ooh, what an old part. It comes after Plummer and another activist, Anna Holland, also 22, were warned last Thursday to prepare for jail after being found guilty of criminal damage over a separate incident at London's National Gallery in October 2022, where the two threw tinned soup over Vincent van Gogh's sunflowers, with protesters claiming that they caused as much as 10,000 worth of damage to the artwork's frame. I'm not too sure about that. That sounds a little bit like insurance fraud, if you ask me.
well, what about the picture itself? I mean, look at it.
Well, it was behind glass. Okay. That caught them. I mean, let's face it. If they're doing it on art, they should have at least thrown some Campbell soup on it. That's the artist's choice.
I don't get the whole thing. I didn't know Vincent van Gogh was a big oil supporter. I just had no idea. What was he driving Lamborghinis? And what's the deal here?
Oh, well, it's obvious. All that sunflower oil.
Stop the sun.
Can't you see it? Yeah. But anyway, so as for the Heathrow protest on Tuesday, Plummer and Tues allegedly caused £50,000 worth of damage when they sprayed orange paint from large cylinders on departure boards, floors, and glass walls inside the airport's Terminal 5. Just Stop Oil claimed in a press release that during yesterday's court hearing in Westminster, Plummer told the judge, sending peaceful protesters like me to prison isn't going to prevent us from resisting. And I'm just thinking,
my ass, you.
And there's me thinking, oh, thanks for your feedback. What will prevent you? What about we just put your heads on spikes? But speaking before the hearing, Tues was quoted by the group as saying, I have become increasingly terrified about the climate breakdown and increasingly appalled by politicians' failure to take appropriate action, convinced that the most effective thing I could do as an ordinary person was to take direct action to highlight the catastrophic situation we're in. I just became a Just Stop Oil supporter.
Ordinary people don't get treated like this in airports.
I'll be coming on to ordinary people towards the end. Tues was, ordinary person with a name like Tues, said that she was arrested for the first time in April 22 when she was detained for several times since, including one incident in November that saw her spend time on remand in prison after climbing an N25 gantry that goes across the road there. But she added, I will continue to act on my conscience to protect life and challenge the greed, corruption, and cowardice that are killing people right now. I refuse to die for fossil fuels. Okay.
Yeah, but you don't mind getting what diseases as Trixie works you over in jail.
No one is asking you to die for fossil fuels. You do really like misses. But then she, this is before kneeling down in front of the painting and gluing their hands to the wall behind it. Now, which I would have done was just taken the painting down while they're glued there and just put some sky hooks into the wall and then handcuff them there. So as the glue wore off, they're still chained to the wall. And then it would just be a piece of art. I'll just call it Activists. There we go. Brilliant. I'll make millions.
Did she take a bus to go and ruin that picture? And if she did, what did she do? Blow it up afterwards for using diesel? Like,
But anyway, Plummer was privately educated at St. Mary Ascot's boarding school. St. Mary's Ascot boarding school in Berkshire before studying social anthropology at London School of Oriental and African Studies. Yeah, just an ordinary person. An ordinary person. She grew up in her parents' £3 million Chelsea townhouse, but according to the court hearing, she now resides at a house in Lambeth. Yeah, an ordinary person you could meet on the street.
She's a rich, spoiled, get millennial fuck. Now I understand.
Yep. His daddy probably got rich through selling oil, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, you silly bitch. It is kind of funny though. She's like wearing, like a fake leather jacket. It's obviously made out of plastic. Where does that come from? Do you think?
Yeah. No, it's Tupperware. It's
Is it hemp?
Yeah. Man, this chick is crazy. You don't want that to be your life just because you want to wake the world up. There's better ways to do it. Don't be stupid. You can't protest from jail. Her game is over.
Oh dear.
We've got some shout outs to get in here. A couple of direct donation ones in. Demetrius Ziganova in with a $10 direct donation for the beer fun. Love to see me arrive to your channel just in time. Greetings from Kaunas, Lithuania and Slava, Ukraine. Heroam Slava. Good shout there. And then, always love a beer fund. And then Jonesy comes in for the Boom Boom Fun with another 10 direct. And then over here, we've got Papa Dutch with a Shiltastic philosophy is likely being studied at major universities for all we know. We're working on a course outline, but Dunk and I got busy lives. We're going as fast as we can. Papa Dutch in with a second one here. Pass it this way, dude. I'll roll a second one up right away. Paul Gilbert, one of the greatest guitar players ever, comes in with a message. Looking for the biggest blue wave of all time. Yeah. And then we got Papa Dutch in with two more now. Okay. And my mouse is freaking out. Papa Dutch, invest in energy. That way Kamala's teleprompter won't fail. Good call. Okay. And then polluting to stop pollution is like fornicating for chastity. I'll have to agree with you there. That's a good way to put it, right?
Very much the last one. It didn't work.
So, let's see here. From absolutely stupid to absolutely stupid. Sorry, people. It just keeps coming at you. But primarily due to sharp questioning by ABC News correspondent Rachel Scott, former President Trump's appearance before a gathering of black journalists turned remarkably contentious. Scott pressed Trump on past statements about black leaders, his support of January 6, 2021 rioters, and diversity hiring, leading the former president to repeatedly complain about how he was being treated. She was very rude, the former president said, pointing right at Scott. It was dripping with bad vibes right from the start. In her first question, Scott referred to the controversy over Trump's appearance and specifically cited several Trump statements about black leaders in the past, including his false accusations about Barack Obama's birthplace and rude remarks to members of Congress, district attorneys, and journalists. So she says, now that you're asking black voters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you've used language like that? Trump immediately went at her. I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. A first question, he said. You didn't even say hello. How are you? Are you with ABC because they're a fake news network? No shit. His words. And it's very much like his first campaign debate in 2016 when Fox News reporter Megyn Kelly brought up things he had said about women and asked, does this sound to you like the temperament of a man we should elect as president? So Trump started talking about what his administration did for Black Americans. And Scott cut him off and said, I would love for you to answer the question on your rhetoric and why you believe Black voters can trust you for another term. And Trump said, well, that's what I'm doing. And he made a claim that he was the best American president for Black people since Abraham Lincoln. And she comes right back at him. Better than Johnson, who signed the Civil Rights Act.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Oh, there was the other thing as well when he was going on about the immigrants coming in, taking black jobs. And she just says,
"What's a black job?
What's a black job? Oh, all jobs. Oh, any job.
Yeah, exactly, man. Oh my God. What he meant was, servants and people that work for me in my home.
Slaves.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And she even said, do you think Vice President Kamala is only on the ticket because she's a Black person? Leading to Trump questioning the racial background. So, And what he says is, well, I didn't know she was Black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn Black. And now she wants to be known as Black. So I don't know. Is she Indian or is she Black? Oh, my God.
Both.
Yeah, mom's from India, dad's from Jamaica. And it's not like she's gone around and gone, I'm Indian, I'm Black or anything. What you have is if you've got a journalist that's maybe got Indian descent, they're going to be proud of her Indian heritage. If you've got somebody with more of a Black descent, they're going to, you know what I mean? This is just the way people see it for themselves being framed on her as if it was some kind of choice. This guy is beyond moronic.
Can we just point out that J.D. Vance, his vice president, is married to an Indian woman and they have children of mixed race?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, are they white or are they Indian? I can't decide.
Oh, can you imagine Vance's wife watching that? She would have just started throwing vases around, tipped over the table and gone all Hulk, Oh, yeah. I'd have loved to have seen that moment in life.
Yeah, but Vance would have to be in there and said, but honey, I hate him too.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, politics, interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just all relax and go get lunch.
Yes, let's get some blood-fueled burgers. A Burger King near Buffalo, New York, temporarily closed over the weekend after a customer found blood in her daughter's food. On July, I'm not just talking about a rare burger here. On July 26th, New York resident Tiffany Floyd posted a TikTok video about a distressing experience with her 4-year-old daughter. Today I went to Burger King by my house, and she got a kid's meal for her daughter, consisting of a burger and fries, and she gave her the bag of food to eat. Driving away from the fast food place, to notice as she begins to eat, taking a bite out of the burger, she noticed that there was blood. Oh, no, that's it. No, the girl says, oh, Mum, I don't want ketchup. So she takes the bag back off the girl. And she says, oh, God, they messed up our order. And she looks at it, and there's blood all over the, I think you can scroll down and see an image of it.
Yeah.
There's blood all over the wrapper and all down inside the food and everything. Her toys and her fries, everything had blood all over it. So she then pulled over and called Burger King to ask what was going on about her food. And the manager told her that a worker injured his finger right before making and backing their order, and that if she came back, she would get a refund. Oh, how kind. So she decided to call her local health department to file a report. She says, I just want to get this out there because it was lunchtime today. There was a lot of people going through the drive-through, and this is a serious issue. And now I have to wait a whole month to get my daughter tested for any blood issues.
I was just going to say the poor kid is going to have like 300 tests because blood kind of carries it all, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah.
Holy.
Well, she is saying her daughter won't eat now, and she is going to have to take her daughter to lots of appointments to get checked out and
counseling.
Yeah. But a representative says that Burger King closed the restaurant over the weekend to retrain all the team members and hired an external company to complete a deep cleaning, adding that all team members were fully paid for any lost shifts during the temporary shutdown. Oh, how nice for them. She says, I don't care if it's a drop of blood or in this case, what it was. There's protocol, something that has to be done, and someone has to be held accountable for this.
How does somebody that freaking stupid end up working around food? My God.
Yeah, I mean, also like, you injured your hand. Okay, that does happen. Okay. And apparently they say he was just like, he stopped working immediately, but
not quick enough.
Not quick enough. The blood there, so it got there somehow. Yeah, after wrapping the food. Yeah, and then not saying, oh, there's blood all over that. Let's throw that out and give her someone do a fresh one. No.
That's unbelievable, man. I would be losing my shit if my son took a bite of a burger that was dressed in somebody's blood.
Yeah.
I'd have just walked into the Burger King and just, okay, all the men stand up. I'm kicking the shit out of you one at a time.
And then the women.
While I was beating on the men, I would have called for a couple of tough chicks I know to come down and take care of that part. I'd have flipped out, man. That's revolting. Demetrius Ziganovas comes in with a second direct donation in there, 10 Canadian as well. If it does happen, if the orange prick comes to the White House, well, at least I'll have a number of years of good time with U.S. late night shows like Bill Maher and whatnot. So I guess that's one thing, for us that aren't Americans, you at least get some good comedy and late night television. But I'll give up the comedy to make sure that we have somebody in the White House, not we, because I'm Canadian, but you know what I mean, that's going to support Ukraine properly, And I think Kamala Harris might actually be enough backbone and tough enough to be a bit more pushy than Biden was, and she wouldn't tolerate the stalls in support. I think she'd be even better, but that's just, one man's guess. Where am I next?
Get down off this soapbox there, Dawson, and tell us the news.
So net neutrality is something that I believe wholeheartedly in. And the U.S. Appeals Court blocked the Federal Communications Commission's reinstatement of the landmark net neutrality rules, saying broadband providers are likely to succeed in a legal challenge. Follow me here for a second, fellow babies. So the FCC voted to stick it back in after President Trump screwed it up. And now we've got the appeals court blocking it and stuff. The final rule, they said, implicates a major question, and the commission has failed to satisfy the high bar for imposing such regulations. The court wrote, net neutrality is likely a major question requiring clear congressional authorization. Now, FCC Chair Jessica Rosenworcel responded with, I don't know, man. I'd never read her name before, and that stumbled me. I mean, seriously, it sounds like something I'd like to do after a couple of drinks. The American public wants an internet that is fast, open, and fair. Today's decision by the Sixth Circuit is a setback, but they will not give up the fight. Now, it is a setback. If you don't understand what net neutrality is, net neutrality requires internet service providers to treat all things equal. So without net neutrality, your internet service provider can partner with Netflix. So Netflix gets a higher bandwidth for the video and then looks and sounds better and everything. But Disney Plus and Apple TV and blah, blah, whoever will get a lower priority, and their stuff won't be quite as nice looking because it's lower bit rate. And the higher the bit rate, the better things look. It's just the way it works. So And internet providers could, prioritize Zoom over Teams and things. And you like, I don't know, this one just doesn't work for me, but this one does. And you don't even know why. And all these companies are making big money off doing this, where the internet's supposed to be an open, free highway for all. Net neutrality should be baked in with the most ground rules of global communication. And the only reason to not have net neutrality is corporate greed. Bottom line.
Oh, I love a bit of corporate greed.
Yeah.
Talking of which, we got some super chats.
All right. Good thing I wet my whistle there. What have we got here? Papa Dutch came in with, give me a large order of fries, a quarter pounder, and a chicken head, please. Oh, yeah. We got Cypher came in with a $20 super chat there. Let me just toss this on the ground here. Oh shit! I need a translation for that. Is that Slava Ukraine in their native language?
Yes, it is. Yes,
okay. And Heroyam Slava.
Why is it when I toss it on the ground, I get in court
arrested?
Yeah.
If anybody ever calls you and asks you to do like a survey on net neutrality, do it. Take 2 minutes out of your life and tell them how important it is to you, because your life will be better with net neutrality.
Yes,
by far. Where are you now?
Wow, I'm going to go to a story about an Amazon delivery driver was recorded petting a customer's cat. Is being blamed for its mysterious disappearance. So, a Washington State's couple's cat, Fifi, who's 13, was last seen on July 21. CCTV footage on the driveway shows the Amazon driver, stroking it. We saw when the driver was leaving, she was petting the cat and playing with the cat, which is not abnormal. The video doesn't actually show the driver, taking the cat, but a short lapse after the petting episode, it then shows the Amazon truck driving away with no trace of Fifi. Fifi has fucked away. There's not a cat in sight, Ishak told the TV station. It's pretty obvious the cat disappeared in those seconds. Ishak said he contacted Amazon and claimed that the e-commerce company told him the driver had Fifi. The driver contacted the police department to return the cat. Amazon wrote in an email. So, this story gets very confusing. Ishak, who had filed a report with the Snohomish County Sheriff. Where is that? The Snohomish.
Got to be in Wales.
Then they contacted the law enforcement agency. Ishak said he went back to the Amazon asking for the driver's city, but the company declined to disclose that information and later recommended that he file a theft report. Fifi's absence has caused distress not only to himself but other family. Oh, here we go. It's the old sort of like story. Oh, but think of the kids, the grandchildren missing the cat. Okay, just stick to the reality of the story here. Someone nicked your cat.
Yeah, that's the part the lawyers told them to put in because it leads to monetary compensation.
Again, this is one of those sort of things. It confuses me. Why can't anybody figure it out? The driver has admitted that they took the cat. Yeah. We know the cat is missing. We know it was his cat. Yeah. Yet the police can't seem to be able to figure it out. Wow. Nobody knows what happened to the cat.
Wow.
I've got the cat. Oh, but what happened to the cat? No, I've got the cat. What happened to the cat? No, we don't know.
I can hear the conversation. Yeah. No, Inspector Clouseau, it's okay. The cat is home.
That's not a cat. That's a ball of fluff. Very strange.
So is there anything on why she took the cat?
No information whatsoever.
Exactly, because, why would the police even ask? That makes no sense.
It probably had an Amazon's return sticker on its back or something.
Yeah. Because the only thing that makes this make sense is if she said, well, it just seemed like it could have been a stray. But why wouldn't you knock on the guy's door and say, Yeah.
You drive up to a housing estate and there's a cat. You go, oh no, it must be a stray.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Can't possibly live with these people.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Well done, people. Well done. What the hell? I don't know what my next thing is supposed to be, but some ad pop-up has ruined it for me, and I can't make it go away. Yeah, I can't believe it.
Well, read out the ad instead. We'll do some sponsorship.
Yeah.
Deals.
Oh, okay. Here, I do want to get this one in. That's right. So, you see that? That's a pretty big fall, right? Big drop. You know, you wouldn't want to do that, would you? Well, a 4-year-old boy in France survived that fall, 43 meters from his 6th floor apartment, and he had a scratch, no fractures, nothing.
Aliens.
Yeah. So it's some Aubers Villers or something, Central France. He's an autistic kid as well. He was in his room and the door was locked. And so the dad's freaking out trying to get in. He gets in and the kid isn't there anymore and it had gone quiet and the window was wide open. He looks out the window and his son is at the bottom. So he runs down figuring that he's about to go and find his deceased son, right?
Yeah.
And the kid starts moving, gets up. And he was conscious and there was no blood or anything. He just had a scratch in his leg. So they're worried about internal injuries and whatnot. So the parents call emergency services. The boy was admitted to hospital and he was under observation for 7 days. During this time, doctors performed all kinds of tests to assure that he was really as healthy as he appeared to be. And he had very minor bleeding to his kidneys and lungs that surgeons swiftly resolved. And there was nothing else wrong with the kid. 43-meter fall onto, a mossy, grassy roof thing.
It's easy. It's easy to explain. He's 4 years old. He does not understand the laws of physics.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he decided to walk down, Yeah. So people can't figure it out, right? It's unbelievable. But a couple of people have popped in and said, you've got a 4-year-old and he's very light. His bone structure is very flexible, not so brittle like an older person and whatnot. And this is probably how it acts. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Again, he's very light. Again, laws of physics.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. He's not a cat,
He's not a feather.
Yeah. But, Enzo, that 4-year-old in France, you are one lucky son of a bitch, kid. Enjoy life.
Yeah. Yes. Or become a superhero.
Yeah, man. Holy. I just couldn't believe that when I saw the article. I was like, that can't be real. But, I saw it on multiple sites and the whole bit. And the doctors, they've been interviewed. It's true.
Yeah. Incredible.
Unbelievable. Wow. Oh, Mick Riley says, Gurr, no notification. Dude, YouTube's doing that to us a lot right now. Just remember, it's 6:30 Eastern, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yes.
YouTube's being assholes to us right now. What are you going to do? Where are you next there, Dunk?
Yes, in a storm in a teacup, because a newly single Stormzy, because we all know Stormzy, don't we? Delighted a 71-year-old dominatrix after he praised her amazing dance skills and posed for a selfie with her. The rapper, 31, was hosting a friend's stag do at his nightclub and hired Jane Buckle, who has the stage name of Janie B. Naughty OAP, to perform on the night. We should get her as a guest. The party, which was held at Stormzy's new Soho club last month, was complete with scantily clad dancers and a dwarf in a balaclava.
Are you fucking shitting me?
I know. Equal representation. Speaking about the wild night, Jane confessed that Stormzy he looked shy and retreated to the corner during her performance, but insisted she didn't do anything too explicit. Well, there wasn't any rampant sex or anything like that. Of course not, she quipped. Jane said of the performance, first of all, the sexy girls go in, shaking and moving their asses about half naked. And then we had a little tiny man. He went in dressed as a police officer and put handcuffs on them. I had a grandpa on a lead like a dog. And then I leapt forward and there's a bed and I did the splits.
Oh my God.
I looked up and there was an angel, the beautiful Stormzy. I want him to see this so he knows how I feel about him.
I feel violated right now. I don't know about you people, but
Jane claims that following her performance, Stormzy took her hand and said, "I think you're amazing." And then shortly afterwards, he left with his entourage.
yeah.
Couldn't get out of there fast enough. And it's his own club. It's his own club.
It's a strange place. It's a strange place to be, man.
But Jane added, "Oh, he vanished. He's a good person. I can feel his presence. I can feel his vibes. They are beautiful. I wish we could meet him again." Now, while Jane, my throat now. While Jane normally charges £100 for her performances. Sounds like a bargain. She said on this occasion,
£100 of what? Pork?
On this occasion, she agreed to instead have her accommodation paid for her. So she stayed she was put up in the Piccadilly Circus Hotel for £104 a night. But revealing that she wasn't bothered about receiving cash payment, she explained, "I do it because I like doing what I do. All of it is a bit of fun." Yeah, but this strange woman, she's no stranger to rubbing shoulders with celebrities because she's appeared on numerous reality TV shows in the UK. She made a TV debut on Channel 4 series OAP's Behaving Badly, and then also in addition,
OAP?
Old Age Pensioner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She also auditioned for X Factor and Britain's Got Talent. Didn't say she got on it. More recently, she appeared on Come Dine With Me, which nobody cares about, Celebrity Juice, nobody cares about, and Naked Attraction, which nobody wants to watch. Stormzy was no doubt pleased to have fun night out following his split with Maya Yama. Now, this is so funny because this is what the story's about. The story's about
Yama.
That's his girlfriend. The story, I mean, if you actually look, because I was editorializing this earlier, and if you actually look at the article, like the first bit is about his, meeting this woman, and the rest of it is about his breakup with his girlfriend Maya Yama, and the rapper and Love Island presenter, because they're made famous, confirmed their breakup was final after disagreements over when to settle down. Now, you might think it's like, let's get married. And he's going, no, bitch, I want to be young and free and single. No, it's the other way around. Stormzy was keen to settle down, whereas Maya, enjoying her career, she's ambitious and wants to prioritize achieving everything she possibly can.
Yeah.
She loves traveling and partying. At just 29, she's just not ready for the next chapter yet. It's like, what? Why split? Oh, I don't understand. I love you so. We love each other so much. Oh, let's split up.
Yeah, well, that's because they don't actually understand what true love is, or that decision would have been made for them by the fact that they want to be together that much. This is the thing in modern life. People just go, hey, you're fun to be around with. Oh, great sex. I'm in love with you. No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, this is celebrities. This is celebrity love.
They're the worst of it.
It's different to normal love because you have to get agents and contracts, and people do charts to see if your love is actually going to go anywhere, and is it going to make any money? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to do social media polling to find out if the fans like it, and we're over time.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, hey, fellow babies, remember, we've got the NAFO 69 campaign going with the Portuguese NAFO Brigade as well. We're coming up on 6,000 euros, so we can use some help and support. Donate if you can. Share the link out as well, because the more people see it, the more good we can do. So, hats off to the Portuguese battalion, because they're kicking ass. Good job. Let's see here. Good advice is to stay here till the end of the credits, because we've got 42 minutes later coming up in like 5 minutes. And if we don't see you there, we know how to find you.
Yeah, we're coming.
And a big shout out to the team who do everything in the background for us. We got Annette running the teams, PJ CNET running the research team. We got Crazy Cat, Shayna Caldwell, Skits Crasher, and Super Chat Matt. Huge thanks, everybody, because you know we can't do it without you.
Thank you, everybody who sends in super chats and donations and channel memberships and all those lovely little financial things that help keep the channel going. And not to mention all the donations to Ukraine and stuff like that. Thank you so much. And don't forget to hit like on the way out. I'm going to do that right now so you can do the same. All right, okay, just do it. And don't forget to share us out. In fact, you don't have to share us out. Just go and watch some of the old Shills shows. Find out, just look at the chat list and find out who's not been coming to the shows because the numbers are dropping. There's not so many people. Go and find out who they are, not showing up at these shows, and go and kick their asses and drag them over and start watching the show. Or just go and share us out somewhere else and get some new viewers. Anyway, do whatever you want. We'll see you in the after show.
Yes, we will, fellow babies. And remember, condoms only work if she doesn't poke them, so keep them in a safe place.
I got no response to that. Stay shitty.
See you in a minute on the after show, everybody.